Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my Photoshop tutorials. This tutorial is how to add colour to your smoke pictures, which hopefully you followed my live feed on Facebook and now have some smoke pictures to colour in. I'm going to try and do it as simply as possible, that's why I'm not going to use Bridge. We're just going to use a couple of simple tools, one of those being Camera Raw. So to open a picture, we just simply go to File, Open, and choose our image. That one looks good enough, we'll have that. For simplicity's sake, we're just going to use the blacks to take out all this light coloured smoke around here. Take the black slider down, mess around with that until you're happy. And then we need to crop it. Now, I could crop in Camera Raw, but I'm not going to, and I'm going to show you why. I want to make a mirror image of this, and so I need plenty of canvas. If you crop it in Camera Raw, you crop out all of the canvas. So I'm going to leave it like this. Let's crop it here using the crop tool because I can use the original ratio. Bring it down, and I'm happy with that, so I'm going to leave it there. Then if I go to image and image size, I can now make it back to what it was. Now I happen to know from my sensor that it's 20 by 13. So if I take this one here and change that to 20, I get back my original size. So I'm now at the original size I took it at, and all that excess smoke that I didn't want has gone. I can now go back into Camera Raw and mess about with the colors. Filter, Camera Raw filter, and away we go. You can simply color this because we're trying to do it as simple as we can. You can simply do this by moving the temperature sliders around if you wanted to. But I don't want one solid color, I want two. And to achieve that, I'm going to use the graduated filter up the top here. And I'm just going to simply drag out a line halfway down. Obviously, it's your image, so you make it whatever color you like. I'm going to just mess about with the colors until I find something that I'm happy with. So with all that going on, we can now use saturation. Ooh, like that. That saturation there. Because it's graduated, you can bring it down and graduate it down a little bit more, but I want it to go halfway, so I'm going to go about there. If that's still not quite what you want, you can click on the brush tool and just add a bit more in down here. Oh, that looks really good. That looks good. So now click on New and bring in one from the bottom, drag that up to the middle. Now you'll see that they're all the same color, so to change color, we'll click our color box. I'm going to try blues and purples on this one. Okay. And then using the brush tool, I'm going to try and brush a bit more blue into that. Then use the saturation tool down the bottom here just to adjust the saturation. You can mess about with texture, clarity, quality, and all that. So with that done, press on this little hand tool here, and that should take you back to basics. In basics, you can now mess around, add infinitum, and make the picture look as pretty as you want it to do. Clarity looks even nicer. A bit of texture, just make it sharper. Okay, and there is our image. So you can now go ahead and save that. That's your image, share it on Facebook, show off, do all those bits and pieces. Absolutely brilliant. What I'm going to do now is to show you how to make it even prettier by doing a mirror version of what you've got so that you end up with two on the same canvas, maybe three, maybe four. You choose what you want to do by just copying and pasting. So for safety's sake, I'm going to make a copy of this by just dragging it to the plus icon. And I'm going to turn off the background copy. So now my original is now safe. I now have a background layer. Click on the background at the bottom and click new. This plus sign here will give you a new layer. So you have a layer above and below. Click off the background. We don't want that to be active. Make that layer active. Take your dibber, Dib the black so that you're going to be using exactly the same shade of black. Take your fill tool, the paint bucket tool, and fill it. You'll now see that this layer has gone black. That should now be exactly the same shade of black that you have on this layer here. Make the top layer active by clicking it. This little white box will show you that your top layer is active. Take the marquee tool. Align it over your smoke image and cut. Control X, cut it. It's gone. If you now go edit and paste, it will just simply paste it back as a new layer, which is of course what we want. This background copy layer here now can go by selecting it and deleting it. We can move this around here, making space in the canvas for another version of itself. So I'm going to slide that over, and then I'm going to go to edit paste or control V and paste in another one. Now you'll see that because of all the black around it, it just overlays the other layer. So we want to see through it by selecting layer 3 or the top layer and changing the blend mode to screen. Very good. So you can now make more, do the same, repeat, put more, repeat, repeat, repeat. But what I'm going to show you is how to mirror that. So selecting layer 3, making that the active layer. If you press Control and T, it will allow you to work inside the marquee. So if you right click now inside the marquee, you can choose flip horizontal. And hey presto, we now have a new magic shape. You can now work with this shape to suit yourself. How does it look? If you run out of space in your canvas, just move the layer to one side, select layer 2, and move that layer. Move layer 2 over a little bit. We can then mess around with that. That looks okay. It's quite interesting, isn't it? And that is how we do that. So now you would just simply go to File, Save, Save As, job done. But there's even more we can do without getting too complicated. If we now press Control I, we can invert layers. So go to Layer, Flatten Image, and press Control I. You can invert the image. You can do more than that by simply going to Camera Raw and playing around again in here. Nothing too complicated. And there we have another image of what we've done. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the like buttons, do all that good stuff down the bottom. I don't earn any money from this, so it's out of the goodness of my heart, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.